Circuit F follower, OPORD paragraph 1, Operation Bobcat Lightning, squad level operation. This is our task org. We are first squad, part of 1st Platoon Charger Company. This is effective as of 29/06/00 August. We are the main effort. Our task is to attack to destroy objective Phantom in order to deny enemy influence. With us, we have Gun 1 from Weapon Squad. We also have 2nd and 3rd Squad supporting operations. At the squad level, we have broken up into Alpha Team, Bravo Team, and Gun 1. Alpha Team is our main effort, our assault. Their task is to destroy objective in order to deny enemy influence on the battalion decisive operation. They have one M249 and one M320. Our supporting effort 1 is our gun team. Task is support by fire in order to enable maneuver for Alpha Team. They have one M240. And then our supporting effort 2 is our Bravo Team. Security team job is to interdict in order to deny enemy influence on main effort. Key weapon systems is one M249 and one M320. If you orient yourself, we have north, south, east, and west. This is area of operation Ronan. This is our platoon and company area of operation. Ours is a bit more refined. We go from the 36th Northing down to the 31st Northing. We go from the 15th Easting to the 11th Easting. In other terms, we are not going north of our patrol base, south of our this field down here, east of the mountains, or west of Rock Camaro. If you will officer familiarize yourself with Objective Phantom, Phase Line Alaska, Phase Line Arctic, John Shen, our patrol base in this road running north to east. Our area of interest goes from the 40th Northing down to the 20th Northing, and from the 20th Easting to the 6th Easting. In terms of air assets, the enemy has one platoon of Z-10K attack helicopters located at Taotang Air Force Base, UF 127212. Their trigger is ID of key U.S. battalion or higher enablers. The reaction time of 30 minutes. In terms of indirect fires, they have one battalion. They have one battery of PL-66 152mm howitzers in the city of Taotang. Their trigger is ID of U.S. infantry forces larger than a squad with a 10-minute reaction time. In terms of reserves, they have one motorized platoon at UF 08452547 held as a defensive reserve to prevent USF advance along MSRs. They have a reaction time of 40 minutes. They also have one motorized squad occupying a village at 10-1044-3355 right along here with a 15-minute reaction time to get to Objective Phantom, and one motorized squad on Objective Ghost with a 20-minute reaction time to get to Objective Phantom. The enemy also has air defense artillery ranging our entirety of AO Ronan and AO Amarak, so we will not have any air assets. In terms of our graphic terrain analysis overlay, we have two large obstacles, the Binyan River and the Haiyan Mountains. These limit our mobility south and east and provide natural defensive positioning for the enemy. There's also dense vegetation throughout the entire map, which makes it restricted terrain. This will slow our movement and disrupt formations, and then it limits assault and observation positions for the enemy to sparse clearings. And we also have this northeastern running road, which is an LDA. Bottom line, we must be prepared to move slowly through harsh terrain, avoiding clearings where enemies can be positioned. We also must be prepared to cross LDAs and need to be confident in our checkpoints in order to not get lost to the dense vegetation. Avenue of Approach 1, we move from our patrol base down south. We cross the LDA here. We handrail the mountain. We cross over west while still undercover and approach the objective from the west. Avenue of Approach 2, we will stay down the mountain and approach the objective from the east. Avenue of Approach 3, we will split off, cross the LDA at a different point, and then again we will follow west, or for Avenue of Approach 4, we'll go down that way and go east. This gives us flexibility. Our two most important moments, our LDA crossing and our angle of approach on the objective. In terms of the enemy, they have Avenue of Approach 5, which is going from Key Terrain 2 to the objective. Avenue of Approach 6, which stems south on Rock Camaro and goes up towards Key Terrain 2. And then Avenue of Approach 7 and 8 are the two routes from Key Terrain 1 down to Key Terrain 2. And then Avenue of Approach 9 is if the enemy wants to move north on Route Camaro from Key Terrain 1. This is bottom line, enemies control the road, so we must avoid traveling along them and as much as possible, and we must rely on difficult terrain that mounted units cannot access. In terms of key terrain, there's Key Terrain 1, the bridge intersection on Route Camaro, and Key Terrain 2, the intersection on the south of Route Camaro, which also allows for access into the objective. Both of these, holding both of these key terrain would greatly help our mission, but is not necessary. Losing either of these key terrains for the enemy would be absolutely detrimental. Bottom line, key terrain is critical for enemy mission success. Therefore, we should not expect them to leave just because there are operations going on north, which means we need to be prepared for there to be enemy in the vicinity of key terrain 2, which is why Avenue Approach 2 and 4 to the east exist. Observations in fields of fire and covering concealment. Dense foliage and ivy lines created by steep terrain greatly reduce observations in fields of fire, which works in our favor to help us avoid enemy LPOPs. It also protects those enemy LPOPs, but overall, we'd rather not get detected by them and not detect them than the other way around. The enemy will attempt to use openings in the foliage to expand their ability to observe, so we must avoid these openings and opt for the route through the densest vegetation. One thing that's going to allow us to do that is the 70% chance of rain, which will mask the sound of us going through extremely dense vegetation. And then in terms of other weather, we have 99% cloud cover blocking moonlight and 88% humidity. Those two things combined will make NVGs pretty much useless. So we want to conduct our operation before sunrise at 0537 when NVGs would typically be relied on, but they are now useless. Okay, the company enemy situation analysis. So our company is facing one mechanized infantry platoon occupying AO Ronin. Attached, they have a recon squad conducting a screen and a enemy mortar team with an enemy mortar team disrupting. This is the main effort. Their task is to disrupt in order to deny USF freedom of maneuver in AO Ronin and Amarak. And then we go down to the platoon level, who we're fighting the same people. That platoon's broken up into 3 squads. They have supporting effort 1 here, which their task is to occupy in order to control civilian populace and influence key terrain 1. Supporting effort 2 is the squad controlling the town here in order to control Zhuanshan and key terrain 2. Squad 3, supporting effort 3 is the squad here running a disruption along this route in order to prevent freedom of maneuver on Route Camaro. Supporting effort 4 is this recon squad conducting a screen in order to provide an early warning of U.S. movements in the area of operations. If we go down to our level, these squads are further broken up into teams. Our unit faces 7 enemy teams at greater than 90% strength with 22 personnel. We have 3 teams conducting LPOPs right here. At each LPOP, there will be 1 QBU-88 sniper rifle with a max effective range of 100 meters, similar to our M10s, and a QJY-88 light machine gun with a max effective range at 1,000 meters, similar to our M249s. These will be critical to avoid as we move along. Okay, down to our micro. As you can see, the enemy mortar team is 4 individuals. The only key weapon system is the M249. They're defending here. They leave a weak spot right here because this foliage doesn't really allow them to aim that way. And they're also relying on the 3 teams up in here to help defend them. This is their withdrawal route to those 3 teams. In terms of these 3 teams, we have 1 QJZ-89 with a max effective range of 16 meters mounted on top of a CSK on a team position right there. We have a DJG-08 with a max effective range of 300 meters rocket launcher similar to our AT-4 positioned south, along with a QLG-10 grenade launcher with a max effective range of 200 meters. And then up here, we have another one of those 88 light machine guns, another one of those grenade launchers, and a sniper rifle facing the western intersection of that town. In terms of their high value targets, their mortar team is high value. They need this to extend influence throughout and beyond AO, Ronin, and Amarak. And their only high payoff target is our company mortar assets, as it limits their field freedom of maneuver and ranges the entire unit. This is the only thing they know about, however, because their intelligence is very poor. When we're using that to our advantage, we want to conduct operations up north and have them think all of our troops are up north, when in reality we're moving down south. In terms of enemy maneuver, enemies' mounted capabilities allows them to quickly and dominantly enforce these roads. but anything that has any sort of tree cover, they're not able to go on. So we must predict which routes they are coming from and use inaccessible terrain to our advantage. In terms of fires, enemy IDF in the area and a large number of key weapon systems in each team means we really only want to engage a small force at one time using the element of surprise. Any reinforcements on this team right here, probably from this town, will likely mean we do not engage. That will likely be done like this. The enemy most dangerous course of action is if they move that CSK down south, whether because we alerted an LPOP or something of that sort, which is where they'll aim up there, and we'll either move east or we will back out. We don't want that smoke. And in terms of sustainment, again, they own these roads. They're rapidly able to sustain and reinforce each other, meaning we must wait for our supporting efforts to begin their operations north to hopefully draw attention away from their supporting operations. And then command and control, their squads are largely spread out, which helps us fight only one squad at a time, which is what we want, unless we contact one of the squads we don't want to, or one of the teams we don't want to see, and they are informed of our presence and they consolidate. The purpose of the enemy's operation is to deny U.S. forces freedom of maneuver and influence U.S. forces battalion main effort. Decisive of their operation is the enemy mortar team. They do this through the occupation of AO Rona. Decisive of their operation is the enemy mortar team. That's the IDF they have on the entire area. It allows them to project strength through AO Rona and Amarok using IDF. They want to control key terrain, control civilians. They want to disrupt our operations and gain accurate knowledge of charge and element composition and disposition. They want to influence. They want to retain influence over AO Ronan. They want this mortar to stay up. They want to keep control over that town.